Hey guys, Nemo here. We are playing Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. I feel like I'm max level in Diablo 2 at the moment. I've got 99 subscribers. Woo! Alright, let's get into the deck manager and talk a little bit about the last deck we have left to have a little talk about and a little gameplay for. Of course, that doesn't mean I quit after this. But yeah, well, I've played all decks. Well, in front of the camera, of course. Of course, I played these decks before, but yeah, you know what I mean. So, well, basically this deck is really mono black control. It has the most removal in any deck, and then a bunch of guys that, you know, they have to really think about what to run, because this might just be the hardest deck for me to cut. And everything seems good in this deck, you know. Just doesn't seem like there's any real bad cards, but I guess we're gonna have to find out in the end how many of these big dudes we're gonna run. Once we make that decision, things should be a little bit smoother. Like, for instance, right here, I might be running one too many, and I might want to cut this Zephyr Gorgon just because now I have Avatar of Woe, which might be better, might not be better, who knows. How many times does it come up that there's 10 creatures in the graveyard? That kind of thing figures into this kind of, well, choice really. But the thing is though that the Avatar of Woe just has to tap to do its thing, whereas Zephyr Gorgon you still have to spend mana on it each turn, which might be important in a deck like this. And then there's stuff like, do you want to run Necrotile, do you want to run Incremental Blight? These are really the kind of cards that are not really obvious immediately. Obviously you do want to run Underworld Dreams though, because it's a free drop that puts a clock on your opponent, which is really good in this deck. Sometimes you don't get your high mana and you're just controlling the deck the whole game. So having a free drop like this that actually puts a clock on them is great. And then in the mirror match, in the matchup against the mill deck, then this pretty much wins you the game, and there's nothing they can do about it. So that's awesome. Well, they can interroil it, but really, I mean, pretty much nothing they can do about it. And I know I pretty much want to run this Meyer Stole because it's awesome. But then there's stuff like Fume Spitter. Do you want to run that? Do you want to run this dude, Lister Beetle? Do you want to run Crippling Blight, which could be nice? Come on, mouse. What's going on? So it's kinda have to decide there. Give me a sec. These Spectres don't seem too good in this deck because this deck doesn't really run on random discard. So random discard isn't great unless you can discard your whole hand, but this deck isn't gonna discard your whole hand. You're better off just dealing with it as it appears on the ground. Do you want to run 2 Icy Manipulators? Do you want to run this guy? Or do you want to run this guy? Or do you want to run neither of them? Do you need this big ass kill spell at 6 mana that makes their other dudes smaller? Or do you just kill all their other dudes sooner in the match? Who knows? Do you want this over the top of powerful card at 9 mana that kills all the dudes? Who knows? All of this is gonna be playtesting, really, to figure out. That's how I feel about this deck, because they're all cards that could be good, and I guess it all really depends on the environment as well. Cause yeah, so that's how you're gonna figure this out. But this deck seems really good though, and these shades, they may not be the greatest creatures, or 1/1 for 4, but they do put a clock on your opponent, or it makes them, you know, it makes them fear you. This deck can get a lot of swamps out fast, even though it just has 25. You tend to draw a lot of them. So if they have 2 guys on the field and they know that you're the deck with the most removal in the game and you have 9 swamps, then they may play something to try and get rid of your Liliana Shade. They may even play Day of Judgment, just because that's how much they can fear it. Because you can do a lot of damage if you just kill those 2 guys they have and then attack with the Liliana Shade, you know. So it makes the opponent overextend, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And if they overextend, then you kill all the dudes. Or they use their big removal spell, and then you drop your big bomb. Something like that. So you kinda need these shades, and then you still have these Rise from the Graves, which I don't know about, because when you're at 5 mana, then you already have the mana to just play a big guy, so why would you have Rise from the Grave instead of a big guy? Not sure yet, but we're gonna find out if it's needed. But yeah, that's my thoughts about it. Like I said, I don't really have an idea about this deck yet, and it might just be the most difficult deck to figure out. But we're gonna go into game, see how it works. See you in a sec. Alright, we are back and we found Chandler again. I played against this guy before. Yeah, I like this hand. Let's go. Keep hand. And I'll drop this guy when I've got something that it needs to block or kill. You know, it's kind of half a removal spell, so you may want to hang on to it so that you can use it when you want. Though seeing green here isn't. Okay, well that's nice. I can sort of fight that guy. I've got my own fight mechanic here, bro. It does mean I don't get the Signing Blood this turn, but I'm sure if I played that turn 1, then he wouldn't have played his Ulvenwald Tracker. So he may have, but probably not. And I'll do this right now. Actually, hang on. Let me read that again. Yeah, okay, I don't need to do it right now. Because this is apparently a permanent -1/-1 counter. Which I probably should have known, but yeah, it's a permanent -1/-1 counter. So if he plays Giant Grove to try and protect his Ulvenwald Tracker, then he fails at that. So yeah, I can kill his Ulvenwald Tracker whenever I want, basically. Unless he tries to play an enchantment on it, in which case that would suck. If he attacks me here, then I simply block, I guess. I don't know. I can attack next turn with the dude as well. So he should block me here if he's smart. Let's see how it goes. I really kind of want him to waste the Giant Growth on this. He might. I mean, if he doesn't realize that they're permanent counters. Yeah, so he lets damage through, lets me deal 1 damage to him. He shouldn't have, because he knows this dude is dead. But there you go. And now I'll Sign Blood. Maybe I could have attacked next turn as well. I don't know. I kind of just want that guy to be gone. But I guess, yeah, like I said, I could have done it at any time. So maybe I should have just waited as long as I can. I just don't want lag to screw me over or something like that. That makes me worried. So I pretty much kill that dude right now before he starts making wolves. Although Incremental Blight would work on it, but I don't know about that. That's, I guess, because then I can murder something else that might be bigger. So if I play this guy, then I can give him +1/+1. But then when I tap out to play Incremental Blight, then he can kill my Nantuko Shade in response. So I basically don't play anything, say go, let him make his wolf token, and then I can Incremental Blight and hopefully plays a 1/1 as well, because then I'd be really happy. So this is also permanent counters, which is why Incremental Blight is great. They are not temporary counters. So actually he could play, well, Leatherback Bailoff or whatever, for all I care, and I can still give that a -1/-1 counter and be happy. Or I just give it a -2/-2 counter and give the wolf a -1/-1 counter. Nah, that would be silly, because that would still make him big enough to kill my shades if I ever tap out with them, so I guess I won't. He could Giant Grove, but that doesn't help, so hopefully he does. So let's go. Give this guy -1/-1. Give this guy -2/-2. Give this guy -3/-3. There. And now he has a smaller this one. So now I didn't have to. Come on, game. Don't lag me like this. Now I didn't have to waste a kill spell on a 3/3, you know. And now I can still, because Incremental Growth Blight. Why was I calling it Growth? I don't even know anymore. But Incremental Blight can't kill a bigger creature. Murder can. So that's why I'd rather use Incremental Blight on a small dude. And it works out this way that I can still kill his wolves as well. So it doesn't matter that he gets one. Which is nice for me. And now he should be out of pretty much kill spells. Unless he has another one of those. Well, seems like he's stuck on. Do I want to do that? Don't really know, but yeah, I kind of have to get rid of his dude at one point anyway, so I guess I'll use it as a kill spell while bringing out the threat. And I still have this murder, but he has 4 cards in hand, so this might not be the smartest idea. But it doesn't really matter how big his dudes are, they all need to die pretty much, because they're all bigger than mine. So, okay, wow, that definitely needs to die. Incremental Blight would have been insane against the Hydra. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, but murder will do. Murder will do. Yeah, okay, and I draw another one, so that's really good. Let's just murder it right now, so I can also attack. So that's pretty sad for him that I still had another kill spell, but that's how this deck works. That's kind of the difficulty of playing against this deck as well. You're like, well, I play this, then I play this, then I play this, and then he's used 3 kill spells, then he might not have another one. Then you finally play your big threat, and then he still has a 4th kill spell, because this deck has so many kill spells. It's ridiculous, really. So there's another Leatherback Bailoff though. So it does seem like he is trying to play his smaller dudes first, or he's stuck on land drop 5 and trying to desperately get his land. Okay, so he Preys Upon on my Nantuko Shade, makes sense. That is kind of the problem with dropping Nantuko Shade like that. And he Preys Upon on my Necrotal as well. So wow, he had all the kill spells in his deck. Yeah, 2 Prey Upons, or is there 3? Ulvenwald Tracker and Master of the Wild Hunt. That's pretty much all the quote-unquote kill spells this deck has. So, wow. I'll just play my Liliana Shade. Yeah, I'll take 4 damage here. But I kind of need to get my dudes out, because I want to start bashing in on him as well. And I have so many of these shades. Man, I'm gonna see what I mean with getting a lot of land out this way with this deck, even though you only have 25. These Liliana Shades obviously help a lot with that. I kind of want to murder that because it's going to draw him cards, but I kind of don't want to murder it because it's far from being the biggest creature in his deck. Although we did kill the biggest creature in his deck already, which was Primordial Hydra. But you know what I mean, like there are so many big dudes in his deck, and this is kind of like meh. Oh man, that's a shame. Is there any way to... No. I can't. But I don't have Forest to use Ulvenwald Tracker. I could get Master of the Wild Hunt. I could get Necrotal. That makes sense. So then I can just use Murder now and then keep my Rise from the Grave to choose whether I want Necrotal or something else. That seems like a reasonable idea. I don't really want to play these Liliana Shades. I guess I just stay back with this one, keep my mana open so I can make it a 5/5 and block his 4/5 if needed. And if he has Primal Bellow, then wow, I was talking about Giant Growth this whole time, but this deck has Primal Bellow in it. It doesn't have Giant Growth, does it? The other green deck has Giant Growths in it. This deck has 2 Primal Bellows, if I'm correct. See, I don't know everything about the decks yet, so that's kind of funny about playing this one. Yeah, he's definitely got Primal Bellow, but that pretty much means if I don't block, then I go to 2. So, or he's trying to bluff me here. I wouldn't know how he's trying to block me, but make me afraid to block. Really? Really? You don't have a Primal Bellow? That doesn't make sense to me though. Who would fall for that? Who would not block in that situation? I don't get it. But there's a Indrik Stomphowler. So he runs Indrik Stomphowler and Garruk's Pack Leader. That's interesting. So that's kind of a bit on the heavy side for the 5-drops there, broski. I can give him +3/+3 after I play Rise from the Grave. I wish I could take this Hydra, but I can't because... Oh, well, let me explain why I can't, by the way. Because it would come onto the board as a 0/0 and just die, because this doesn't have any counters on it. So, I guess we're gonna take... yeah, we'll take it. No, he still has 2 cards in hand. But the Master of the Wild Hunt could deal with pretty much anything. If I attack here, he won't block, right? So then I could just take a blocker or Necrotal and deal with his dude that way. I guess I don't really need a threat myself, as long as I can just either have these Liliana Shades and enough land, then those are big enough threats themselves. So I'll pump out for free here. I'm still kind of thinking about what I want to do with this Rise from the Grave, man. Okay, so the options are Group's Pack Leader, probably not gonna do much for me if it don't draw. No, it won't even go off, or will it? No. Okay. Master of the Wild Hunt is an option. This guy isn't an option. I don't have forests. Necrotal is an option to come in and kill his dude, and that's what I'm gonna go for. So there, and I will kill his 4/4. Yeah, I really want to get that Master of the Wild Hunt, but it might be too slow, and I do have my own threats. You know, these Liliana Shades, I have 3 of them here. I may not have all of them on the battlefield, but you know, well, that's the thing I was really dreading though, is if he plays that, but he pretty much has to block me, because otherwise I don't kill him yet, but okay. I would deal 10 damage to him. Do I just do it for 1 and then play both my shades, my other shades? Block with this guy if he attacks. He drops a land, gets a 4/4 green beast, but then he only has 2 guys still. He has a creature, something in hand, but what's the odds that he gets a land and a dude? So yeah, I think. But then next time I still can't attack for enough, can I? If he blocks me here, then I'm happy as well. So I pump for 1 at least. Okay, so this deals 2 plus 10 would be 12, so that would be enough with the Necrotal itself. So I'm probably gonna block with Liliana Shade if he attacks, actually. That would be smarter. So if he blocks correctly, then I can't kill him next turn, I guess? I don't know. He would have 2 blockers, but no, I would get... Yeah, if he blocks the Necrotal, then I can't kill him. Although I do drop a land here. So. Oh yeah, never mind. One of them is enough to kill him, because I get lands from these guys. Yay, they give me lands. That's pretty cool. That's really nice for me. So that means that one shade is enough to kill him. He could have... What are his... Okay. That does give him trample. Okay, so he's an 11/11 with trample, but he already had trample, so I just block with one of these shades. Go there. 10. Ah, funny. Don't take me to 1, bro. And now I kill him. So yeah, GG. Don't take me to 1. I kinda wanna see what's in his hand, but that would be a dick move. So I'll just drop this land, attack with one of these dudes, and hit him up for 11 damage. There. I will wait for all of that. Oh wait, it resolves immediately. Yay for fast resolving, or whatever it's called. I haven't seen a bug with it yet, so I just run it for now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's already 19 minutes, man. These days, these videos take long to make, I suppose. But I don't think you guys mind. So, and I hope you guys enjoyed. My name has been Nemo. My name will still be Nemo next time. See you then.